I think the interesting thing is that none of us really know what we're doing. Winging it. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it will be, but for whatever reason, I feel super impressed on me to document as much as I can in as many ways as I can. We are headed to dun da da da. Maybe my nails will be a clue. You see my nails? 5 kids. Here we go. 12 hours of pure motion. Energy. See what happens. My intention, I think I said in the car, is to enjoy being present with them. Like being mindful to watch them experience what they're experiencing. I am not a crowd person at all. So we'll be fine. So the first, I guess, idea of even documenting anything was, how did we even come up with that? I think we were just talking to Jay about going to Disney, and he was like, man, that would be really cool to document, like just to see their faces and something they can, you know, have when they get older, or just all of us to have and look back on. And I was like, you know, if you want to go, that's fine by me. And then, he was here with his camera, like, ready to go. And it felt like, oh, okay, we're actually doing this. But, yeah, Disney was, I guess, the best place to start it off.
So, you're not coming with us. Get this dog.
She tried to come with us.
She come with us.
And my mom was here, so you kind of get a better understanding of who I am when you experience her. I think it starts to make sense.
Everybody got their swim trunks and stuff?
No.
Okay.
You got your swim trunks?
Who?
You.
I don't wear trunks.
You do?
You got your,
I got my bikini.
You got your thong bikini?
whoa.
Right. He said he has
First
2
of
coffees
all,
a day.
I don't have 2
The-
coffees a day.
He's had 2 coffees.
What's crazy is that, you know what, you will meet your maker and be held accountable
I'll be held
for your
accountable.
deception.
God knows what a grandparent's roles are.
Mom,
And I just do my role the way
Mom,
I'm supposed
I
to.
did ask for water, but they didn't give it to us.
No, I got a bottle of water in
Jonah,
the
when
car
you
for
wake when you wake up, what's the rule?
Water
Okay, so when you woke up, where were you?
in the bed,
And then, but where is the bed at?
in my room,
And where's the room?
in the house.
Okay, so you're in the house, right? Where's the water at? That I tell you to drink every morning. Where are those
Downstairs
bottles?
in the garage.
That is what?
Water.
The garage is part of the,
house. That's the answer.
yeah, the house that your bed was in, that your body was in. So when you woke up, and you know the rule is to get a bottle of water
But
before
we
you
talked
drive,
about
Mom.
We did. We talked about it, and he was supposed to have water before he had the coffee. That was the rule.
But that's not what happened.
But he hasn't. Have you drank the coffee?
One tiny sip.
I told you not to drink it before you had the water, though, right?
I didn't hear you say
Oh,
that.
you didn't hear me.
Oh, because you didn't say it.
I did.
I am dealing with rebellion. Generational rebellion. You see that? From generation to generation. This curse will be broken. It's got to be.
Wait till your great.
You want me to drink more milk?
Oh no, that curse is gonna be broken. We won't break it.
What curse? I won't call it a curse.
Rebellion.
Rebellion curse.
Harassment. 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 Johnny, you.
It's Caleb. It's Caleb.
Shoot, Jonah too. Ah.
God, look.
What?
Caleb. If I can interpret Caleb, he's gonna be like, what the hell is y'all doing?
Because I didn't really care about ever going to Disney. It was never a thing. Even as a kid, like I could care less. But I think like with all that has transpired in my life within the last like what
2 years.
well yeah, but just recently like moving and the divorce being finalized and everything, it's only been like less than 6 months, less than 5 months. And I feel like I was just ready for happy memories. You know what I mean? Like starting that journey of building memories just with me and them, you know, without, you know, my ex being in the picture. So I think I was just ready for a new memory. You know what I mean? Like, find my thing, just them and just y'all, and you know, I just wanted to be intentional about not making the process or the transition so bad. You know what I mean? It's like the divorce is one thing, but then it's like then you gotta move out of your house. That's another thing, right? And so I wanted them to have like a really cool memory, very close to all the change, so it doesn't feel as bad. So it was like, yeah, that happened, but not too long after that, man, we went to Disney, and you know what I'm saying? It just like
It kept on pushing.
Yeah, and just like you know, it is different. It is change. It's not ideal, you know, but good things can still happen. You know, magical days can still happen. I think that's what I wanted to, you know, on top of mom guilt. I think I'll have that for a while, but and then just being in the position to be able to even do that, you know, to do that was cool. I was happy my mom was able to be here, my stepdad, and they drove down with us.
For the divine protection, we thank you for the angels of God that you've given charge over each of our lives. We ask that you protect us from all hurt, harm, and danger as we travel to Orlando, Lord. We ask for safe travels. We give you honor, glory, and praise for it in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
All right, that's a wrap on the prayer. You know, black people got to pray before we can go anywhere. As a group, no, we got to pray.
We are headed to dun da da da. Maybe my nails will be a clue. You see my nails?
Or do y'all know the song? A dream is a wish you
Say it again. One more time.
A dream is a wish. A dream is a wish you
Okay, that wasn't too bad. I've heard worse. Not too bad, not too bad.
I feel like I was going for more Cinderella.
That's what you were going for, huh?
Okay.
You want to bless us with anything else? No?
I'm thinking.
Oh, okay.
In honor of the Black Little Mermaid.
In honor, okay.
Out of the sea.
Oh, you gonna start that high? Okay. Even Caleb said, "You're out of your mind, lady."
Okay, I won't say that. Out of the sea. Wish I could.
It's the whimper for me. Isn't that funny, Caleb? You are goofy.
when you start shaking your voice because you don't know how to vibrato. It's hilarious. So we're going to Disney. It might have been hard to guess that with the ensemble of Jordan, the baby J herself. But we are going to Disney World. This is Disney World, right? Not Disneyland.
Yes, Disneyland. If you guys need a Disney artifact
Lord
tour guide,
Jesus.
please just ask me. I do know.
She more excited than the kids.
And we're going to Disney World in Orlando, but not Disneyland in California. But word on the street is that Disney World is way better.
Not word on the street.
I really don't know because I haven't been to Disneyland. But yeah.
So you've been to Disney World, Jordan, right?
Yes, to these exact parks that we're going to.
Not these. You're hilarious.
Oh.
I've never had a desire to go to Disney World, like not even as a kid. Like I don't think I cared about that stuff that much. Not as much as I see other kids or people care about Disney World. But I think when I get there, I'll change my mind. I think I'll be.
She's gonna go home and want to watch every Disney movie that was ever created.
Yeah, probably not that, but I am going to appreciate it a lot more. But that's what happens when you experience something, you appreciate it. Never experienced it to appreciate it. So it'll be interesting. I think because I am a parent and I've been a parent for 13 years, I know what amusement parks are like. I know what the trip to the damn zoo is like. You know what I'm saying? It's hot, you got strollers. Go to an amusement park. No parent is having a good time. Not one of us. None of us are having a good time. We're hot, we're tired. The child that we've spent all this money on to make happy is pissing us off. It's not a fun time. So but my kids are older, so it should be fine. Like y'all are older. It shouldn't be,
Yeah.
It's just Caleb.
I hope he's excited because it's like you really love this, so you have to be excited.
It's gonna be interesting to see how he interacts with
Real
the live character. Like, you know what I mean? He's gonna be like, now wait a damn minute. What are you doing here?
Yeah, for sure.
He's gonna be like,
I wonder if it's gonna be as fun as watching it on YouTube. It's like you didn't have to bring me to the live.
I just feel like if he gets so stimulated on a screen, seeing that character on the screen, seeing it in real life that big, like I wonder how stimulated that's gonna make, like what that response is.
I wish he was there when he went to the Disney thing.
Oh, with his dad?
Yeah.
Well, it looked like he was about to fly off that day. So I don't know what Caleb's about to do. He looked like he was about to jump over the rail to get to whatever character was out there. So it was to say. But that's the other thing that I'm trying to be more like I don't know, mindful of is like when you were talking about the other day how I'm not really stressed out. Like I've just been like, okay, whatever,
sure.
pack the stuff in the car, pack whatever you want, whatever. I'm not like tripping about it. But I want to be like present so that I can see how they experience this individually. Sure. Like, you know what I mean? And if I get too stressed out about, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss the whole thing, and then it's not gonna be worth it. You know what I mean? For me, at least, like,
for sure.
It's that, like, I think that's the thing with parents is like we don't think about creating a full experience for everyone. Someone always gets left out. The parent is enjoying it and the kids hate it, or the kids are enjoying it and the parents hating it.
I feel like the parents are always hating it.
Yeah. Well, because it's stressful. Like, God, especially when they're little. That is stressful. Listen, if I can recommend any parenting tip, before you become a parent, go read the Beta Satan. And that will solve a lot of heartache as a parent. because you are offended the most probably by your kids. So it's like, if you can learn to not be offended,
For sure.
it would probably help a lot in being a parent.
I used to tell my mom her stomach looked like an oatmeal cream pie all the time.
That's mean. That's actually horrible. Why would you say that?
Because we used to eat them. So I correlate.
But you know, that's what's funny is like, how are you mad at a kid that your stomach look like an oatmeal cream pie? If it's what it looks like to her.
I used to be so like
sure.
not even thinking that I was hurting her feelings.
For sure. Jonah came up to me the other day. I had a shorts and like a sports bra on or like crop top or something. And he was like, "Are those lines ever gonna go away?" I was like, "Thanks, Joe."
Not the lines.
He was like, "Those lines ever gonna go away?"
And considering our height, that's where we stop. When we're talking to you, we're not always looking up.
For sure.
We're
For
looking
sure.
right at your body.
He's like, that's the viewpoint I have. So I don't know. Yeah, kids are ruthless. They are ruthless. You gotta be humble. You got to be
Ooh,
humble.
it is whole donuts. I love that.
I love that for myself. You just had a whole I love that for me moment.
I mean, for the first like hour and a half,
Yeah.
we didn't even cut on any music. We were just like chatting it up.
Mm-hmm.
But that's usually what we do, and especially when the three of us get together. But we were just having like, I don't know, great conversation, great revelation.
Because things just kept happening.
And it did, like, but that's how it always is with God. It's like kind of when you open yourself up to it, you start seeing it all the time. And I mean, every little thing that we were talking about ended up being in the situation with, you know, you and Caleb and your phone dying. Or not dying, but...
We couldn't get his phone to connect.
Yeah, you couldn't get your phone to connect to Caleb's. Caleb couldn't get his phone to connect to your phone for the hotspot. And we're like, what is his phone? His phone was saying like SOS or something. We couldn't figure it out.
We were thinking that it was Caleb's phone doing everything.
And Jay was just like, he wasn't even recording at this time, I think, because he was like, I'm going to figure out this out. Like, Caleb has to have his phone. We couldn't do that. 7 hours? That's like saying you going cross country with a drug fiend and there's no drugs. Imagine what that car ride would be like. And that's what it would be like if Caleb...
Sweating.
What? Man, but anyway, Jay trying to connect he was looking it up, trying to figure out, I mean, he is Inspector Gadget. He is in them Google, like, he is trying to figure this thing out. And then that, you know, he figured out how to get the SOS thing off, I think. And then it still wasn't connecting. He was like, I don't understand. And then he paused and he was like, when last time you turned your phone off? And Jordan's like, I mean, I'm probably, so she turns her phone off. As soon as she turns it back on, then Caleb's phone connects. And we were, I guess it was just funny because we were, it was funny to me because it was like she had never, or you had never considered that it could have been you. We were just thinking,
yeah.
I didn't even consider it could have been you. We were just all thinking that it was something wrong with Caleb's phone.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Caleb...
The phone is not in perfect shape.
Yeah. And the way Caleb be flying through a phone, ain't no telling what type of settings he done messed up. The boy... So, that's a whole nother thing. But I didn't even consider that it could have been you. And so... when that happened, we were, you know, that moment of like, wow, like Caleb, because there was a point where Caleb was like very upset. Like, not upset in the sense of like
When
mad.
he's just quiet and just look at
But he was just
everybody.
looking out the window like all hope was gone. Like there was no hope left in him. Like he really, and every time like Jay kind of turned around or he thought he sat up thinking he was getting the phone. And then when Jay would turn back around and be like, "No, that ain't it. Gotta figure something else out." You could see like all the hope drain from him. And I don't know. I feel like I could understand and be empathetic of what that could have felt like when you know, like, it's not like I didn't do anything or, you know, you just don't know what it is.
For sure.
You know, and then like all the while, it was the person that you're trying to connect to that burnt out. You know what I'm saying? Like, your phone had it. It needed a reboot. And it's the same thing with us. Like, you try to go. Like, and that's what we were talking about, like dying to yourself. And you have to die. Like, when's the last time you died? You have to die. Like, there has to be a point in this journey or in this walk with God where, like, you have to, I mean, crucifying your flesh needs to be a daily thing anyway, but, like, you know what I'm saying? Really, like, checking yourself and your flesh. Like, you gotta die. Like, in order to be
properly functioning.
Yeah, to operate in the way that you were designed to operate, it's not even just about you, but there's somebody that's trying to connect to you. Like, it's somebody's hope is determined on the connection between the two of you. And if you're not being aware of powering down sometimes and getting rest and restarting and you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not mindful of occasionally shutting down, you know, so that you can rest and recover and be the best, so that connection can actually happen. It's like, if you're not mindful of that, then you rob somebody, you know. But I don't know if we are in that space right now where we can think about others in that way. I feel like it stops with like self-care. That's it.
And even as illogical as it might sound, that, you know, why would it be me in this situation? It's just at least considering the option that it might be you.
Yeah. I think that was the major point too. It's like, have you exhausted every possibility before making a determination of what it is?
But having the awareness, because I had no idea.
Yeah.
That it could have been you.
That it could have been.
Ooh, we would have been driving that whole time thinking, Caleb, your phone's broke.
Yeah. But it's like having the awareness. Could this possibly be me? Or is there anything in my, you know, capability? Is there anything in, like, that I can do? Like, is there any possible thing that I can do to be a part of the solution? And have I exhausted every possibility of my contribution to solving the problem?
Yeah.
Or have I just decided that it's not affecting me the way it's affecting you, so it's not that big of a deal? You know what I mean? Like, your phone was working, his phone just wasn't working. Your phone was working, but it wasn't connecting. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And you're the source from which that phone is allowed to work.
And you're the source for which that, for him to have a phone. So that could, you know, that connection, but it's only important to him because he can't operate unless you do what you're supposed, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like where we are in like society and culture is kind of like, well, I don't know what to tell you. My phone's working. I don't know what to tell you. I have all of my bars. I do not know what you want me to do. Maybe God don't want you to have no phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where we are right now. It's just like stopping there. I'm good. You're the problem. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then we would be like, I have seen and I have experienced, even when that person, like Caleb's hope was all gone, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I have seen situations where, in the case of Caleb, the other person being like, now you're just gonna pout, so be in your feelings, be a victim, and all the while, there is something you could do that would fix all of this.
When hope is restored, you can eat again, you can smile again.
Say cheese.
Say, yeah, I'm in there. My man wasn't eating.
He was looking out the window depressed.
That's what happens when hope is snatched from you. Jay restored hope in my son.
That's great. That's
in an instant. Just like that.
And I was the problem.
That's crazy. You're the problem. You're the reason why my hope is gone. All because you didn't want to consider that it might be you. That's wild. God is so crazy. It's like, can we just get 30 miles up without a...
Yeah, we're still in Kennesaw.
Seriously, we are still in Cobb. We're in the good old Cobb County, and it's just been revelation after revelation. I was really excited about the house because it was like, you know, had the pool and the hot tub and had like 9 bedrooms. It was like really big. It didn't look as big on the outside, and then you get inside. Yeah. It's like, this is big in here. Like, I've never been able to do anything like that for my family, and being able to provide the entire house for them, for everybody, and like not be worried about anything. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, let's go to the grocery store, fill up the fridge. Let's, you know, I don't know. That just felt good, and to like watch everybody kind of walk in and be like, oh, this is so cool. And like the arcade room, and, you know, the movie theater set up, and the bunk beds, and the, you know, I felt like they were all like, this is so cool. Yeah. You know. Definitely something I feel like they would experience, like they would hold that experience for a long time. So I'm like, I didn't have a 9-bedroom nothing.
Yeah, that might even be a stretch for me. That type of house for sure. No. We made fun in being in one room all together.
Yeah. Everyone had their own room. There's plenty of bathrooms. It was just, you know, it was good. My stepdad, he is like the damn on Phantom. He's like, you will see me, and then you won't.
For sure.
But yeah, it was cool. It was really good. Now that daggone house though. When we found out about the hot tub, no, we're gonna get into it. Because when I found out
the light.
What light?
Remember we had
first of all, we walked into the house, and you know, I'm looking at the rooms. I'm trying to assess everything, so that way, if an argument breaks out on whose room, who's getting what room, I can be like, no, this person's getting this room, whatever. And I go to our room, which is on the first floor, and I said, like, no electricity in the bathroom, the closet, the bedroom, no electricity. I'm like, what in the world? But then, I'm not going to say black side, but the ghetto side of me was like, all right, well, I'm going to make them give me a little couple $100 off.
100%.
Like, I paid, it was, that house was expensive. We are at Disney. And just know that is going to be a theme. That was a theme for that whole trip. We are at Disney. You guys are scaring me. Buc-ee's.